Hello all. Welcome to
Doki Doki Literature Club.
We're playing Doki Doki Literature Club. Okay. Oh, it's right, our date with Natsuki. I've not read any of this yet. Is the music too loud? It's probably fine. Alright. Get comfy for this. Okay. It's already Sunday. I've been getting increasingly anxious about Natsuki's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself there's no real reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. I wonder if she'll act any different when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, she'd been texting me a lot. We sent each other one after exchanging numbers to double check, but it turned into a conversation. She's almost a different personality on the phone, using tons of emoji and cute language. She also really likes complaining about things, but I kind of saw that one coming. But putting Natsuki aside, I haven't heard a thing from Sayori since she left club early that other day. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between what Sayori said and what Monika said, is it really okay for me to put Sayori's feelings aside when she might need me? Oh. Okay, this playthrough's been really weird. Because I know there are certain scenes that normally happen for people, and I have not gotten them. Spoilers. For instance, when Natsuki is supposed to be talking about her manga, normally she says, "My dad would beat the shit out of me if he saw these," but she didn't say that. And also, I've never heard the thing about Sayori being sick, and now I'm going to visit her, and spoiler alert, she's not, the horror I don't think is going to start yet, so I'm very confused. Hi, Dark Perfect. I decide to visit Sayori before Natsuki comes over. Rather than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past. Once I reach Sayori's house, I knock on the door before entering it myself. Again, we used to play so often that we've made it a habit of simply entering each other's houses like we were family. Is this... It should not be. Before our date, the house is quiet. Sayori isn't anywhere from the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. It's already strange for her not to run down and greet me. I head towards her bedroom where I finally find her. Sayori? Oh, okay, she's just there.
Hi, Sansa-chan.
I sit down in her room. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell she's different. I wonder if after this is when she talks to me about Kokuhake. There's a minute of silence between us.
You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you?
I guess you're right. It has been a long time. Not much has changed, has it? Sayori's room is as messy as it's always been. It doesn't look messy. And I also recognize the same stuffed animal and wall decorations that she's had for years now.
If you come over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess.
That's because I end up cleaning it for you.
How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Weren't you supposed to see Natsuki today?
Yeah, but... Wait, how'd you know that? Sorry I'd already left by the time we had decided that last meeting. Yeah.
Monica told me. It's only natural for her to keep me informed of the festival preparations, right?
That bird's kind of really creepy. That's true. What about you? Aren't you going to help Monica today?
Of course! But I'm just helping her online. We didn't plan to meet up or anything.
It's funny, for a second, you called me Dark Perfect. Oh, did I? I'm sorry. Yeah, that's weird. Dark Perfect. For some reason, that name seems really familiar. Huh. Sorry, Perfect. Dark Perfect, Perfect Dark. Sorry. So it's just me and Natsuki then.
Yep.
There's more silence between us. Sori stares in a random direction. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. I just wanted to see how you were doing. Hello, Munch. Thank you for the hydrate. After you left on Friday. When something's wrong, can't hide it from me. I know you too well. So. Sari smiles, shaking her head.
That's no good, Sandra-chan.
Eh?
Why can't it just be like it's always been? This is all my fault. If I didn't get so weak and accidentally impress my feelings. If I didn't make that stupid mistake. Then you wouldn't have to be worried about me at all.
Hi, Sandra. Take care of your voice. Yes, thank you. It's a former pseudo of mine when I was like 10. But it must be a coincidence, right? Yeah! Must be a coincidence. I don't know. We can leave it at that if you want. Must be a coincidence.
You wouldn't have come here. You wouldn't have even been thinking about me right now. But this is my punishment, isn't it? I'm getting punished for being so selfish. I think that's why the world decided to have you come over today. It just wants to torture me.
Sayori! I grab Sayori by the shoulders. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something's happened to you. There's no other explanation for this, for you to be like this. So tell me already. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Sayori gives me an empty smile.
You really put me in a trap, Sandra-chan. But you're wrong. Nothing's happened to me. I've always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time.
Seeing what? What are you talking about, Sayori?
You're really just gonna make me say it, aren't you, Sandra-chan? I guess I have no choice this time. The thing is...
I was about to say, she's depressed. You know what happens in this game? Yeah, I played it through once, when it first came out. But this run-through has been a lot different than I thought it would be. Like, I don't remember talking to Sayori before the horror happens. And Natsuki has not said some things. Maybe she says them after the horror happens. I don't remember. But, yeah, some stuff I super don't remember. And things have just been going a lot better than I would have thought. But maybe that thing is the first horror thing that happens.
I've had really bad depression my whole life. Did you know that? Why do you think I'm late to school every day?
Yeah, it's hard to get out of bed. I don't know.
Because most days, can't even find a reason to get out of bed. What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy and caring to waste by having them spend it on me? That's what it feels like. And that's why I just want to make everyone happy. Without anyone worrying about me.
I'm in shock. Can't even figure out how to respond. How is it possible that Saori's kept this from me the entire time that I've known her? Because people who actually are depressed, they don't tell people. It's so weird. I was diagnosed depression, major depressive, like 6 years ago, and I was on medication for a while, and I just got off it. But yeah, it's like it's just like that. Of like, I don't know if it's just the human way of like, there's nothing I can seem to do to make myself happy, so I will make others. You know what I mean? And then, yeah, most people, they don't say anything about it. Luckily now with the, like, there's kind of been an uprise, on the internet about, like, caring about your mental health and stuff, so there has been a lot more openness about it, thankfully. But yeah, God, it's so deep. Yeah, yeah, it's, it can be really hard. To, like, I guess it's just, like, yeah, that, like, overwhelming feeling of, like, I guess not that no one would care, but, like, that everyone feels the way you do and that you're not, like, special. I had a lot of difficulty with that, of being like, everyone just feels this way. No, that's not true. So. Yeah. Like 4 years ago, a kid in a grade 2 below me killed himself. And his, like, wake and funeral was, like, the biggest you've ever seen. Because, like, that was it. He made everyone so happy. And, like Saori is kind of, where, like, you just put all your energy into, like, making others happy and trying to, like, be perceived as happy, right? So, like, people will tell you that, like, that person never had a day where they were upset, and it's because, like, because you're upset all the time, you, like, flip it to be like, I'm never upset, everything is fine. Like, you put on that persona, like, really hard, which is why it's so hard sometimes for people to be like, are you okay, and stuff like that, because, like, yeah, no matter what happens, you're just like, oh, it's nothing, ha ha ha, you know? And I cannot imagine how hard it is for Saori to tell him. And I hope he doesn't say anything really stupid to her about it. But as it comes down, right? Your brain is just weird. And not like other people's brains. And you can do stuff to fix that, you know? So, if you feel a certain way, maybe it's not you. Maybe you should talk to someone about that. And not feel that way. Now my voice is all shit.
Hello.
Okay. I think I've already read this, but I'll read it again. How is it possible that Sori has kept this from me the entire time that I've known her? Did she really want so badly for me to just not think about her? Yes. Ah, yes, why? Why, Sayori? Eh? Why is it you never told me about this? 'Cause it's hard to, dude. Oh, hi, Akamine. It's also the same with slight problems of being colorblind. Yeah. Yeah, it can be like, what do you mean I see the world different? Or what do you mean this isn't right? Or, yeah, actually, the person who's living with us, I think, is hearing impaired, and he won't admit it. Because, yeah, he listens to things really loud, and he's like, you can hear that, and stuff like that. And we're like, you're listening to it really loud, and he's like not admitting that, like, he can't really hear it. So. Why has Ian never told me about this? Oh my god, it's not about you, Sandra. Almost feels like I've been betrayed as your close friend. No, my friend did not know for a long time. Because if I knew, I would have done anything I could to support you. The only thing you can really do is take her to therapy. Is get her on medication that will help the chemical imbalance in her brain. Your normal or standard status isn't the same as others. Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy looking back on it. About like, man, this is deep. Should I put a warning in my title to be like, hey, we're gonna be talking about triggering stuff, but yeah, it's kind of like I thought it was so natural to think about your death a lot, and like to have days where you just like break down and cry for hours and stuff like that. And so being on medication and not having that is like, half of it was like, I don't deserve. Because I was like, there's no way people feel this way. Like, I thought that what I was experiencing was normal, and then when I realized it wasn't, and I experienced what was normal, I thought that it wasn't normal. I think you should. Some people don't know the game. Okay. Okay. Will you tell me if it's successfully updated? You might have to reload stream, and I do apologize. But yeah. Depression should be better. What do you want me to put? Trigger warning, depression. Depression, okay. Okay, yeah, I didn't want to trigger people with the word, so, okay, but anyway, thank you. But yeah, it's like, yeah, I was like, there's no way other people feel like this way, and that they don't think about things like that, and that little things don't ruin their entire day, and stuff like that. But yeah, no, that's not normal. And if you have those feelings, you should go and talk to someone and see a doctor, because it's a thing they can fix, and you don't have to feel that way. So, for the content of the game, I think. Okay. So I think the character I'm portraying, Sandra-chan, I think she's acting in a regular way, like a way a lot of people would, I'm not sure it's a good way to react. Because you're putting more blame on Sayori about, why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you do this thing? And then, you make it about yourself. That's right, what the heck? Yeah, and that's probably why she falls deeper into depression, is because she's like, I can't believe I did that to him, and I'm such whatever. It's much easier to be like, will you talk to me about what you're going through? And, do you know what you need right now? And I can help you look for things that you need. You know, making it more about the person, because, I mean, it depends obviously how depressed you are and how long it's been and, like, stuff like that. But there does come, like, a skew in the quality of your worth, right? Right, yeah, it's my fault for not asking for help. Right, stuff like that. Yeah, it can be really bad when they're already in, like, a low mental state. I don't know if it is Monica making Sayori worse lately, but yeah, the going home from club early, which is supposed to be something she enjoys, like, not enjoying it anymore, you know? That's very, like, depressive-centered. And then, yeah, his language he's using is just not great. So. Glad that's accomplished. Oh, dogs are upset. Even if there's only so much I could do. I get Sandra feeling helpless as well. Of, like, it's Sayori's mind, so how am I gonna help her? But, like, there's stuff you can do, you know? Just being, like, I have never told anyone the thoughts and feelings that I had when I was depressed until I got a therapist. And so it can be like, hey, how are you feeling? That, like, might be the first time Sayori's actually said how she's felt. You know what I mean? Because normally she's like, I'm fine, everything's great, haha. So it might be the first time she's actually been like, I don't feel okay. And she'll probably cry. And stuff like that. So, just be, you know, open and nice, so. I would have tried a little bit harder to make every day a little better for you. She doesn't want that. You know? She literally told you before she wants you not to think about her. Because that's just how the brain is. So you being like, I'll try really hard for you, and I'll do this stuff for you, that's gonna make her feel like shit. So don't say that. That's why I'm your friend. All you had to do was tell me. I think it's better, even if it's not true, to come at it, like, apologetically, like, I'm sorry I didn't notice. You know what I mean? Because being like, I can't believe you didn't do this thing. Like, what an asshole. I don't really feel things, so this is kind of weird for me. I was like that when I was younger. Scotty, who we stream with, he also has a problem with his emotions. I'm sure you noticed before I cried just then that I laughed. And it used to be that when I would cry, I would have these fits of laughter. I'm sorry, it's so awkward. Sandra Johnson asshole confirmed. Amen. But yeah, because my emotions were just so fucked that I used to, like, have these fits of, like, cry laughing. And it was the other way around, too, of, like, if I got really happy, I would cry. Like, bawling. And it took a while to be like, oh, that's not... like, I still don't have everything sorted out. But I'm better. And me and Scotty, we do have problems with, like, how others feel. So, like, this is kind of easy because I've been in Sayori before. But I still have problems of, like, why do you feel that way? And I don't understand that stuff, so. Dang, baby. Doing some real Joker stuff. I haven't seen the Joker. I'm sorry, I don't know exactly what you're referring to. Yeah, don't fucking do this to people. Don't put... What do they call it? Victim blaming. Don't blame Sayori for not telling you. Because Because maybe she didn't want to. Maybe it's hard, you know, stuff like that. Oh, laughing, crying like a madman. Does he, like a mad woman, pardon me. Does he do that? Hey, Doki Doki Literature Club might be a not safe experience. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you fucking tell him, Sayori.
You don't understand at all, Sandra-chan. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you would have wasted your effort caring about me instead of doing important things. I don't want to be cared about.
That's what I'm saying.
It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. It feels nice sometimes. But it also feels like a bat being swung against my head.
See how she's laughing? When she should be crying?
That's why I wanted so badly for you to make friends with everyone else. Helping everyone together is the best thing for me. But then I discovered something else too.
So she does have feelings for me.
Seeing you make friends and get closer with everyone in the club feels like a spear going through my heart. So that's why I've decided the world just wants to torture me.
It kind of feels like that, I won't be honest. No, really though. Yeah. So Sayori's, I don't know what she's feeling.
Every path leads to nothing but hurt.
Stop laughing. You're right that I don't understand. Yeah, no, she's super right. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sayori. But I don't need to understand. I think that you said the wrong thing again. That's a too egotistical view. Yeah, you shouldn't say I don't need to know what your feelings are. No, you should be like, can you help me understand your feelings? Can you explain to me how you feel? And then she'd feel like, it feels like I'm at the bottom of the ocean and there's like big squids that pass overhead all the time, and so I can't see any of the sunlight and it's really freaking cold and I feel all this pressure, and then I feel like there's like a cinder block tied to each of my limbs and I can't ever like go up and either fight the squid or like try to make it to the surface. But it also feels like there's a whole bunch of people swimming above me and no matter how much I scream, they don't know I'm there. Or something like that. Believing in fate is awful sometimes. It really is. People are like, you'll just get better. You'll just grow out of it. Oh gosh. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting. I think it's whatever it takes for me. You're putting yourself too much in the situation, man. Have you seen March Comes In Like a Lion? I have not. Squid kebabs are good. Squid is a hit or miss.
You never miss, huh?
A hit or miss for me. Sometimes if they're like boiled or something, they're very gross. But I like octopus, so I should try squid in like a different context. I like calamari. Calamari squid, right? Fried squid. How about whatever it takes for you stop hurting? How about I want to help you get the help you need to help your situation. Yeah, you barbecue them. Yeah. I think maybe that's what you should say. That's what I'll do. Yeah, no. Just boiling them makes it taste like weird rubber. Yes. Okay, good. I'm glad we're on the same page, Munch. Thought of metaphors about water this kind of way. Oh, really? Oh, okay. I didn't know it was like a serious movie.
No, Sandra-chan. There's nothing at all. The only thing that could be help is if everything was like it always was. But I was selfish. I finally showed you what a horrible person I am.
Oh, she's crying. Tears strike down Sayori's face.
I made you join the literature club because I was selfish. And I was punished by my heart hurting in a way that I couldn't understand. And now you've come here and I've made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish. That's all I am.
I'm not doing her voice right.
And that's why I'm going to accept these punishments. Because I deserve every last one.
Without thinking, I once again grab Sayori's shoulders. This time I pull her into a tight embrace. It's happy sad. I really liked it. Okay. It's what bittersweet? That's what Sayori said.
Sandra-chan.
Sayori. I used to hug when I used to cry when I got hugged too. It felt like my heart was like getting squeezed because I didn't get hugged a lot as a child. No, it's fine. See, I don't care is not how you start a sentence with someone who's going through shit. The hell? Say, there's two different things you could say. You can say you're not being selfish, blah blah blah, but they're not going to hear that. So what I would say is, it's okay to be selfish sometimes, and put yourself first. That's what I would say. Because if you say, no, you're not being selfish, that's not going to change. They're going to be like, yeah, I am. So if you go along with their train of like, you are being selfish, but then you like twist it to be like, and that's okay, I think that can do a lot better. You must get your heart squeezed of all the tears, apparently. Sandra Chi's the fucking worst, dude. I don't care if you're being selfish. I'm really happy you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. If I make friends with everyone else, then that's a bonus. But please, never underestimate how much I care about you. Okay, I guess that's okay. I wouldn't have it any other way. Sanju-chan. Oh,
Sandra-chan.
Sorry he isn't hugging me back. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Being selfish can be dangerous for a depressive person sometimes. Correct. Yeah, I get what you mean. I don't know, normally, I don't want to be too triggering in this entire stream. Normally, when someone acts on their depression, it's not out of being selfish. It's the opposite kind of like, everyone would be better off without me, so I'm leaving. Not so much like thinking about others, like almost entirely instead of yourself. That's not the same with everyone. But a lot of time it's like, I guess a depressive person being selfish would be more like, I don't know. Like knowing you have an important job but staying in bed because you don't have the energy to not. Sandra T, Mike, we're talking about triggering things, so if you have depressive disorders or anxiety, maybe next stream. But if you're fine to stay and shed some tears and talk about deep stuff, then you're welcome to stay. Hello, Mike. How are you? That's my experience. And it's only after you're out of it that you're like, wow, that was really shitty and really selfish of me. But while you're in it, it's very much the complete opposite of that. That's like one of the worst things is when parents are involved with that stuff, and they go in after everything or in the hospital or whatever, and they say, I can't believe you were so selfish. Because to the person, they're like, I'm literally being like as selfish as I can, only thinking about everyone else. But from the outside, it's obvious, or it can be like, no, you're not. Because like, people who don't know. You know what I mean? And it's okay to admit, like, I don't know how you feel. Like he said, he's like, I don't understand your feelings. And I don't care. No. And be like, but I want to. Or like, maybe you can help me understand them and what you're thinking. And then, like she said, she's like, I think everyone would just be better off without me. Which is like, yeah, like a very selfless thing. Even though the outcome can kind of be the same. She doesn't hug me back. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Sayori's arms remain at her sides. She starts sobbing next to my ear. No. Don't do this to me. Don't make me want to live, right? Please don't do this. Sandra-chan. Ay. Sayori barely manages to speak in between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing. You're kind of not. You kind of are. I don't know. All I want is for her to know that I care. If you have to... okay. Your phrasing's kind of tsundere, but that's okay. If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. No, that's not what you should have said. You should have said, if you need to call it being selfish, then it's okay to be selfish. Don't be like, I'm also selfish. Why is he making it so much about himself? My God. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out a way or what needs to change. Sayori literally just said she doesn't want anything to change. She literally just said that. And I know what he means is trying to make her not depressed anymore. But saying it like that is going to scare her because she doesn't want things to change. There you go. I'll make these feelings go away. Okay, it's not up to you. It's up to Sayori and a doctor to get proper prescription or therapy or whatever needs to happen. This guy is like so interjective. And if there's anything you need me to do, then you better tell me. Don't threaten her. What is happening? No, don't threaten her. Oh my God, I'll get mad if you don't. What the hell is happening? Sandra Tree's still young. Yeah, Sandra Tree's the 12-year-old boy, apparently. He's supposed to be, what, 15? 15? 16? I'll get mad if you don't. Oh my God. You're just adding to the negative emotions because now she's scared that you'll get mad if you tell her something. If she tells you something and then... Sandra Tree, just like... I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know.
Gently, Sayori puts her arms around me in return.
I don't know anything.
You're in high school, I think. Yeah.
And it's all really scary. I don't understand any of my feelings, Sanja-chan. The only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm in pain.
Yeah.
But your hugs are so warm.
Yeah, oh my God, Sayori has a problem with hugs too.
And it's really scary too.
Oh, Sayori lets me go. She does, I let her go as well. Festival's tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun, right? Yeah. My God. How would you like to spend it all with you? That's what I want. I promise.
I think that would be nice then.
Yeah. I'm not... I don't know what's happened. It might just be Monica, but... Everyone was teasing Sayori about being close to me. And I was thinking about this off stream because I was like, does Sayori like me? Or is everyone just making like fun of her? Because even Natsuki, who I'm trying to get with, was like, you like Sayori, but not in like a mean way. Or Sayori likes you or whatever. You're dating Sayori. But isn't even be, you know what I mean? And so I'm like, Sayori being like, oh, that'd be nice then. I'm not getting the feeling she actually likes me like that. Just harem it. Oh my God. I don't know. Her saying she wants everything the same. I think I'm definitely gonna choose like, we should be friends. Hope everyone's feeling okay today. Yeah, me too, Mike. Me too. I cried already, but that's okay. Sayori wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. She doesn't want that, dude.
Of all the days, this is the one where I had other plans.
Oh, of all the days, this is the one I had other plans. Maybe I should cancel. Yeah, no.
No, don't.
That makes Sayori feel like shit.
Please don't. If you did that, then I really wouldn't forgive you.
Yeah, it'd make her feel like shit, dude. But it's almost time for Natsuki to meet at my house. Then fucking leave. At the very least, do you want to come along and help out? No, she doesn't. It's hard enough for her to get out of bed. You think she wants to go and do plans she didn't plan for the day? It'd be fun. To my surprise, not. Yeah, no, thank you.
I'm sorry. I don't know if it'd be very good for me today. You understand, right?
It's kind of hard for me to fully understand. Okay, but then say you're gonna make an effort to understand. There you go. I'm trying my hardest.
It's okay. Don't worry too much about it. I'll see you tomorrow, okay?
Lies. Let her be, Sandra-chan. Yeah, really. Crying's no good. No, it's okay. We just got like really deep and personal about past stuff. Alright. I look forward to it. That's why my voice is all nasally. I maybe should try to blow my nose. Hold on. Let me... Hello, Popper. Crying's good sometimes. Yes, it took me a long time to be like, maybe I just cry. Hi, Popper. Careful, we're talking about depressive stuff. So, Sandra-chan's just as smooth as a regular anime protagonist. Yeah, he's awful. I say goodbye to Sayori and exit her house. Danny, hello! We're talking about things that involve anxiety and depression, and a little bit of bad stuff. So, if you're sensitive to that, I will see you on another stream. But if you are fine, you feel free to come in. Judge your own ability, and if it gets too much, please put yourself first. Oh. It's cathartic. Yeah, I used to have times where, like, I would cry for no reason, and I realized it's just, like, not being depressed, but, like, after that. And I would cry for no reason, and be like, it's just whatever. Not a spoiler, but this poem on a mod would work. Hi, dear streamer, it is me. Not for you and others. Bad, scary happens. What? A special roll poem for you, not just like the others. Something bad and scary happens. I don't know what you're talking about, Danny. I say goodbye to her as I exit her house. On the way home, I find myself still feeling uneasy. But it's hard for me to keep thinking about... it's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Natsuki's about to come over. Sandra's giving us discussion on how to help depressed people 101. I don't know. So, it's one of those things, right? Like, we're not taught it in school, or like your parents don't talk you or anything like that. I played this and finished this one, and I'm 12. Hello, Danny. Don't be Sandra, John. That's right. I am 22. And I have already played this and finished it, but this is my second playthrough 10 years. Not 10 years, like, when did this come out? Since it came out. I think Sayori's right. I shouldn't be worrying too much, or we're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. I don't know if worried is what you should feel. Modern gamer, of course. Being 12 is illegal. Oh my god, I'm 12. I'm 10 years older than you. That's awful. Oh, I'm so old. On Twitch, correct. I don't remember what I was saying. Yeah, I don't know if worried is the right thing you should feel. I mean, I know it's hard not to feel that, but you should definitely, like, make a plan of action. Don't just, like, stay there and be worried. I meant 13. I'm sure you didn't. I should focus on what's ahead of me. And I spent a few minutes back anxiously waiting for Natsuki's arrival. Before I knew it, she texted me and lets me know she's outside the front door. How am I supposed to just jump back into, like, a happy, fun game? I'm about to do Natsuki's voice for, like, 30 minutes. Oh, gosh. Without delay, I opened the door and let her in.
Sup?
Hey. I don't know what I was expecting, but seeing Natsuki in something other than her school uniform has completely thrown me off. Yeah, she's got a cute shirt. A little ruffly skirt. Thank you for the hydrate, Danny. I'm trying to keep my voice in tip-top. Seeing her in such cute clothes makes the uniform seem totally unfitting in comparison. Yeah, because it's blue, I think he means.
Jeez, don't make me feel so awkward already. It's gonna be a long afternoon, so don't be weird and just...
What?
Oh, so don't be weird just because you're not used to seeing me outside of school. Anyway, I'm coming in.
Welcome to my kitchen. I see you brought a lot of stuff. Natsuki's carrying a large bag. It's probably full of baking supplies.
Well, I didn't want to come all this way to find out that your kitchen isn't equipped for the job. You bought everything I asked you to, right?
Yeah, I did. Yesterday, Natsuki asked me to buy a bunch of ingredients if I didn't already have them at home.
Good. Glad I could count on you to do your part.
Oh, well, of course. I'm surprised to hear Natsuki suddenly say that rather than something snarky like she usually does. He has a nice kitchen. He has a... Yeah, it's not completely Japanese, but it's pretty good. Yeah, I think it's pretty good. Could it be she's a little different outside of school after all? That fridge is big. I was about to say, there's a large refrigerator. But...
Anyway, let's go to the kitchen.
Oh, anyway, let's go to the kitchen. Small oven is Japanese. Yeah, I was looking at it because it's got the, like... This is probably... So sometimes they have, like, this special weird thing for fish. And it probably is this on the top of the oven. It's like a broiler, I guess. And then the bottom is like an oven. And then this is probably like a toaster oven, would be my guess. I'm not surprised there's no dishwasher. Japanese people don't usually have dishwashers. There could be something here. But if they have a dishwasher, it's probably very small. Because that's just how they are. Yeah, I don't know. Seems fine. I could never. I know, right?
What, you're not gonna even offer me to... Oh, what, you're not gonna even offer to take this heavy bag from me? Where's your hospitality, Sandra-chan?
Yeah, we've learned Sandra-chan's not fly at all. Come on. Since when did I need to be a gentleman? What do you mean? You have a girl you like over at your house, son. I grabbed the bag from Natsuki. Natsuki holds out to me. I mean, even if you don't offer, you could at least ask, like, hey, is that heavy? Or, like, hey, you can put that down over here. Because this is the first time she's over. She's not just going to set it on the counter. And you need to be like, this is okay to put here. It's the first thing I bought. Aw. Sandra Chi is a Sigma male. Yeah, Sandra Chi's got nothing going on.
Ugh.
This is ridiculously heavy.
I carried it all the way here. Are you impressed?
I see now. Yeah, I am impressed, Natsuki. It seems like I've always underestimated you.
It's because I'm so small, isn't it? You jerk.
Natsuki hits a fist into my... Can we... This is so dumb. How tall is Natsuki? If she's small for a Japanese person... 4'7"? She's 4'11"? It's like typical Japanese person height. She's not small at all. Yeah. She's tall, what the hell? For a Japanese person, she's tall as shit. That's kind of rude for me to say. For me to say that is because I am 5'3". I'm 5'3". And I was the second tallest girl in my class. And taller than one of the boys. So, for her to be like, I'm so short, and only 3 inches shorter than me, like, get out of here. I was 15 at that time. And I have not grown since. Hey. Your size has nothing to do with it. You really hate being small that much?
Eh? It's not like I hate it. I mean, sometimes I like proving people wrong when they think I'm worth my size. It's fun when I get to be small, and also better than other people.
I'm sorry? Oh, okay, and be like, I'm stronger than you, but I'm smaller than you. Okay, got it.
But, jeez, never mind. Why are you making me say? Don't think you can make me talk about weird things just because we're not at school. Are you getting started or what? There's a lot of stuff I gotta teach you. What?
Being a little bit more like you. Yeah. You're more fun when you speak your mind like that.
Hey!
Wait, how tall are you? I believe I'm 160 centimeters. 5'3". I believe. I know I have a friend. I think I'm 5'3". I could be 5'2", but I think I'm 5'3".
Now you are treating me like a kid. And I was just trying to get a little nicer, you know. And just because I don't have a mature, sexy figure like Yuri doesn't mean you should treat me like...
Natsuki catches her words and her face turns red. How tall is Sam? Okay. Sam's insecure about his height because he got diagnosed with his illness really young and it stunted his growth because he was on chemo. So he is short boy. But... Well, easier helper here. If you and Alyssa are eye level, you're 5'3". If you're short... If me and Alyssa... I don't know. I know that Carrie's really thin, but Carrie's taller than both of us. Short King. Yeah, he is 5'6". Because in 8th grade, he got his illness and had to be put on chemo and stuff, and his body was, like, very emaciated. So... He's a little insecure about it. I think he's getting better with it. But there is, like, this weird thing that, like, I don't know. I think Natsuki feels the same way, right? Of, like, when you're short, people only see you as, like, cute. Or, like, you know what I mean? Instead of, like, powerful and sexy and whatnot. So, anyway. Natsuki.
Forget it! I didn't say anything!
I should apologize. I'm 5'6", and I didn't know it was that small. It feels bad, man. It depends where you live, right? So I think in Japan that's, that might even be shorter than the Japanese male. Hold on. Yeah, average Japanese height is 5'7". In America, it is 5'9", which is how tall my mom is. So, yeah, like Scotty's like 5'10", 5'11", 5'10", probably 5'10". So yeah, there's this expectation to be taller in America, and when you're not, sometimes you can be a little self-conscious. That's all.
Eh?
Yeah, somehow inferior. Yeah, what the heck's that about, huh? I appreciate that you were trying to be nicer. I should have been a little more considerate too. But also, if that's what you were thinking, then you should know there are tons of guys who are into body types like yours. Yes, but be careful, Natsuki. Because sometimes they're just into children. So be careful.
How would you know that anyway?
'Cause I'm one of them. Just trust me on this one. Nah.
Gross!
Hey, was that to me?
Who else?
Man, let's get started already.
You get all sour when girl call you gross. I finally found your weakness, Sandra-chan.
Oh, I hate myself. Like, I hate Sandra-chan. I hate him so much. I can't stand him. Natsuki smiles deviously. Please spare me. What if Natsuki decides to dish out more insults like that? There's no way I'm not fighting back. But she's satisfied enough for now. Finally started to pull things out of her bag so we can get started. Devious lick? Steal Natsuki's... Does she have a hair ribbon? She does, right? Not before long, the kitchen's a whole mess. Spoons and dirty bowl of flour, spilled fluid? You couldn't have put vanilla? And, what are we making? Cupcakes? Some water? And plastic bags are strewn about the countertop. No, if it's flour, then she's making it all by hand. The mixer isn't big enough to make all the batter at once, so we had to do it several times. Meanwhile, Natsuki is babysitting all of my movements to make sure I don't mess up her precious baking. Yeah, she does have, like, ribbons. Devious, like, still a ribbon. I'm 6 foot, and sometimes that's too tall, even. Yeah. Oh, how tall is Justin? Justin's probably... He has to duck to get through doorways, so how tall is a doorway? What? I couldn't hear you over the sound of Chris Hansen's How to Catch a Predator video. Don't put it in inches. 80 inches in feet. 6'6"? He's over 6'6"? I didn't think he was that tall. Okay, well, I did know he had to duck through doorways when he came over to our house, so I guess he's tall. My best friend is 6'8". Yeah, so I guess people do get that tall. What in the world? Interesting side story I'll go on real quick. I had the opportunity a little while ago to work with a YouTuber who does videos on catching predators online and reporting them to the police. And he found me for my voice because he wanted me to get on a phone call with these guys to make them, like, admit information, right? So to be like, oh, hi, I'm 14, or whatever, right? And then to get them to admit that, like, they'd want to meet up, or that they were interested in a relationship with, like, someone who was, like, a lot younger. Hello, I could probably do... I don't know how old that would be, but he was thinking about that. And while I thought the opportunity was really unique and, like, I wanted to help, I also didn't want to do stuff that was, like, it kind of just seemed vigilante-esque, of, like, let's do this thing and catch these predators online and stuff. And I was like, I don't want the police to get involved with me. Like, that's just not something I'm super into. So I ended up saying no. But I did have that opportunity at one time.
Sanjuchi, where'd you put the food coloring?
Why are you coloring them? Why are you coloring the cupcakes?
The batter's
oh, maybe the icing.
The batter's going in the oven soon, and we need to fill the trays.
The batter is going into the oven soon. So we need to fill the trays. So she is coloring the cupcakes? Depends on how the guy finds the predators. Yeah, it was very, like, I don't want to do anything that's illegal. And, like, doxing and stuff. I mean, doxing what, like, depends on... Not doxing. What was I gonna say? Like, anything that, like, is, like... What's the thing that you can't do? Like, invasion of privacy, or, like... Yeah, like, extruding private information, like, where you live and what your name is and stuff like that. I'm like, I don't know about that, bud. Even though it is for a good cause. I don't know about that. I think it's still in the bag next to the table. What are you using for? Okay, to color the batter. Oh, okay.
To color the batter, of course.
So she's making them colorful.
I'm gonna make each tray a different color. That way, even if the flavors aren't different, everyone can still pick their favorite.
Oh, Natsuki. Oh, that's a cute idea. Don't call her cute. That's probably triggering to her. Are we doing anything with the icing?
Do you want to?
Why not make them the same color? Like pink cupcake, pink icing? That's cute. You're asking me? If you put wrappers on them, then how are they gonna know that the cupcake's a different color? Unless you say, these are blue. I don't really have a preference, though.
Oh, come on. You're not putting any heart to this at all. Can't you at least try to have fun?
I'm having fun. No way sure Natsuki's trying to get out of me. She wants you to have a friggin' opinion. I remember in the media law class I had, stuff like that and involving personal information is a slippery slope. That's what I thought, yeah. Because, oh shoot. It's like, yeah. Something like that can be used, not used against you in a court of law, but not be used against you in a court of law. So if you obtain something illegally, right, then you can't use that in a court of law. So, like, yeah, I don't know if there's some kind of being like, well, since you did it illegally, instead of having the police do it, we can't do anything. You know what I mean? So I was like, I don't know about that. Meanwhile, I see her separate the batter into smaller bowls and put few drops of food coloring into each. It does look pretty cool.
See? It's not like baking is just following instructions. The presentation is where you can get creative and have the most fun. It's a million times more worth it in the end if you look at it. If just looking at it makes everyone else's eyes light up.
Like the ones you made on my first day, huh? I recall Natsuki proudly presenting her cat-shaped... Oh, that's right, they had, like, little ears and stuff. Oh. Cupcakes and Sayori and Monika's delighted expressions. I wonder if I can make Natsuki proud, too. Yeah. Maybe I will use food coloring, then. Yeah, I would say it would depend on the judge if they wanted to keep it or throw it out. Yeah. Thank you for the posture check. Yeah, it's definitely, like, a slippery slope. Sounds like you're starting to
understand. Just make sure you completely finish mixing the icing before you mess with the food coloring.
Yeah, or else you'll get like sugar clumps and stuff. Oh, thank you for the hydrate munch. Ryan, you ready for this weekend? Yeah, it's getting there. Oh, guys, Ryan's coming over to my house. What a mix of like offline to online. Him and Asia and Carrie. We're using the electric mixer for the batter, and I got stuck with a whisk and a huge bowl for icing.
The icing's still all lumpy. Are you even trying?
Yeah, but... Yeah, I am. I'm so excited. It'll just take a little longer.
Jeez, we'll be here all night if you do it like that. Here, look.
Natsuki grabs the whisk from me using her other hand and tilts the bowl back.
You really need to beat the crap out of it.
Hold on.
You really need to beat the crap out of it.
After a few seconds, the consistency of the icing has already improved.
See?
As if to emphasize, Natsuki sticks her finger in the icing and plops it into her mouth. I reluctantly do the same.
Hey!
Natsuki suddenly grabs my wrist.
I don't want your gross fingers in my icing.
Your icing, eh? Lav, hello! Ooh, Natsuki root. That's right. So after meeting a fan. Stop. Asia's my biggest fan. She's told me many times. She's watched me stream from inside this room. And she's like, oh, it's so cool. I just get embarrassed, though. Are you forgetting who did all the work? Started to fight back, trying to inch my finger towards the bowl.
Don't make me beat the crap out of you next.
I'd like to see you try. Oh, that's right. We end up on the floor. I remember this. I push harder, just enough my fingers to reach the icing. I triumphantly scrape some of my finger just as Natsuki tugs with all of her might. Ugh! The force of Natsuki pulling me causes me to stumble, making her stumble in return.
Gross! You got it on my face.
Oh my god. Whose fault is that? There's a big glob of icing on Natsuki's cheek. Oh, that was a little too. Maybe that was better. She tries to reach it with her tongue, but it's too far away.
Jeez. You know what? Take this. Take this.
Natsuki instead wipes off her finger before shoving her finger towards my face.
You wish.
What was that? Yeah, sorry. I did the wrong sound. I'm faster. I grab her wrist with my hand before it reaches my face. Natsuki tries to use the other hand to fight back, but I grab that one as well. Alyssa was talking like she wanted to try Phasmo in VR. That was a hard pass from me here. She can do it. She can do it again. We're streaming it on Saturday, so there'll be like other people there, and I'm sure that'll help her.
Stop!
Not until you apologize for calling me gross.
Fine, fine.
Okay, can we be real for a second? Like a little too real, but we're gonna be real for a second. If you are in this situation with a girl who is a lot smaller than you, like Natsuki's fairly petite, this can be really scary for her. Okay? So it might seem like all fun and games. Okay? But I would not be surprised if Natsuki starts fucking crying in a second, okay? So if you're in this position, maybe just like disengage. Yeah, maybe like abort the mission. I don't want to draw this out, but like you maybe keep yourselves upright, okay? So like you can have both of her hands but be sitting on your butts, not like pushed her against the floor. Yeah, because like you're walking a fine line between playful and very scary situations, okay? So just if her eyes switch suddenly, or like maybe just a little bit of playfulness but then let go, you know what I mean? Be careful. Go for the throat, Natsuki. Yeah, you got some nail slices throat.
Fine. I'm sorry for calling you gross. You know I didn't mean it. It's just fun seeing how you would... It's just fun seeing you react. You do that to me all the time, you know. Saying dumb things to get a reaction out of me.
Make the world cute! Hi! Hello, welcome back! Oh, I'm so glad you've returned. Hello.
You really shouldn't tease girls like that.
Is that so? In that case, I probably shouldn't do this either. Is he gonna tickle her? I swear to God. Oh my God, he did not lick her hand. No, he did not. What the fuck? I take Natsuki's finger and put it in my mouth, licking off the icing. I'm fucking sorry? You did not just do that. You did not just do that. Who does that? She was trying to put it on your nose or something, and you just like, ew. Ew. No, thank you. Get out of my house. Oh, yeah, what the fuck?
What? Did you seriously just...
Natsuki's surprised you can't even figure out how to get mad at me. No, I'm more like, yeah, entirely grossed out. Darky warky. I did that. I do that. Okay, it's different than like, this is their first time hanging out. If this is like your significant other, well then yeah, whatever. But they don't know each other. You know what I mean? He's dangerous. He's awful. Sandrachi's a full-on creep. Yeah, what the hell's happening? Her face is entirely red.
Sandra-chan?
Oh yeah, she's uncomfortable. This is the time. Remove the hands. Sit up. Help her sit up.
You really shouldn't do that thing to girls unless you really like them.
And they like you back. You should not do that thing to girl unless you're in a relationship or wish to be in one and have not just met them 3 days ago.
You know that, right?
This is your playthrough. You did it. Yeah. What kind of question she asked me just like that? How did the moon turn so quick? Because you licked her hand. What do you mean, how did the moon change? He can pretend she likes him back. Yeah, it's awful, isn't it? Natsuki glares at me in silence. She's silent. Notice her shallow breast. She's having an anxiety attack. Please help her up. Oh, thanks for the sub. Finally got this dang thing to work. Oh, thank you. Yeah, Alyssa talked something about Prime the other day, but thank you so much for the sub. It means a lot. I wonder how. Why am I starting to feel dizzy? 3 days in anime mean 3 months of love, apparently. God, thank God, saved by the bell. Out of nowhere, the fire alarm starts going off. You were drugged. Oh my God. Natsuki rushes over to the oven. Is something burning? I thought you didn't put the cupcakes in yet.
No wonder. You left a dirty tray in there, dummy. How could you make a mistake like that?
Does he not live with his parents? You should have checked before turning the oven on.
Don't blame me for your mistakes. Jeez.
Natsuki uses an oven mitt to grab the blackened tray out of the oven. She sets it on top of the stove. In another movement, the fire alarm starts.
Anyway, I'm putting them in the oven now.
No one in Japan lives with their parents. I've learned that from anime, apparently. A friend of mine did that once. We used to have cast iron skillets and stuff that my mom would always keep in the oven. And so anytime you use the oven, you'd have to make sure to get them out. Because, I don't know if you know this, cast iron is really heavy and really hot. So having a full blasted oven and then trying to pick up a very hot iron that's like 50 pounds, it's not like 50 pounds, but it's like 25 pounds, is really hard and really dangerous. And I've done it more than once, but I wouldn't recommend it. Oh my god, Munch. Oh, that's a really good joke, Munch. That got me. Yeah, the tension of the moment still lingers over our heads, but the moment's already been lost. Not lost, ended, over, done. You shouldn't have done it in the beginning. I watch as Natsuki slides the cupcake trays into the oven, and I reluctantly pick up the whisk and continue with the icing like nothing's ever happened. Like nothing's ever happened. Yeah, I guess it depends on how she acts and how you act if you feel like you need to apologize. Technically, though you made her feel awkward, I don't think she was scared, so maybe just leaving it is fine.
Oh, that smells good. That smells so good.
The cupcakes are ready to be pulled out of the oven. As soon as Natsuki opens the oven door, a blast of sweet-smelling warm air fills the room. I'm gonna make banana bread tonight. And maybe cookies too. We'll see. Actually, when are the guys coming over? 2 days from now? Oh, hell yeah, I'm making cookies. Maybe I'll make them tomorrow. Maybe I'll be better.
Look at how cute they all look.
She probably shows off the different colored cupcakes in each of the trays.
They'll look even better
they'll look even better once we add the icing. No. I hope she washed her hands, me too. Are you a person who puts nuts in the banana bread? I do not put nuts in the banana bread. I've been told by many people they don't like that. Personally, I don't care for banana bread. I make it for others. And since others tend not to like nuts, I do not add nuts to banana bread.
Not like you need to tell me that. I bought decoration stuff, so I hope you can get creative. Here, scoop the icing into these bags.
She's piping the icing? How did we used to do icing at my house? I guess we would have had to pipe it. Clear's throat. Cookies? That's right, Beach. I could do peanut butter. Actually, I could do both, I guess. I'm gonna do chocolate, but I could do peanut butter, or I could do chocolate and peanut butter. But I'll probably do a batch of chocolate and a batch of peanut butter. Because I love peanut butter cookies, but I never make them. Yeah, do both. I'm gonna do both. Natsuki hands me some plastic bags. They're called piping bags, but okay. Look at these.
I have these knots to make it look really nice and fluffy. This one even makes flowers.
Oh, Natsuki, you're so cute.
We probably won't be using it this time, though.
What's this one for? I pick up one of the nozzles that's much thinner tip than the others. Yeah, like stripes.
That one's really thin, so you can use it to make stripes or other patterns. But you can also use it to write stuff on the cake.
Oh, it's like really thin.
Like happy birthday or whatever.
I need cookies now. I'll send pictures in the Discord. Huh, I see. Let me look up pictures of... the fork peanut butter cookies is what I'm gonna be making. Yeah, that's them. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. That's probably how mine are gonna look, but I want a picture that's cuter than how mine are gonna look. So it's like, ignore all my tabs. It's like this. And how you get that is you use a fork. And you do it one way, and then you do it the other way, and it makes all these little design on it. It's just a fork. Anyway, that gives me an idea, actually. You want to write something on the cupcakes?
Yeah?
Well, it's just a literature event, right? Oh, put a word on. Oh, okay. We could make the a more literature themed by writing a different word on each cupcake. It'd be fun to see people choose their cupcake based on a word that they like. That's really interesting. Why would you do that? Just to make them look nicer? There's no reason, really. That's just how they're made. I don't know. That's a good question. I've never asked why. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why. I know maybe part of it is so that you don't have to smush the cookies by hand. You use that instead. Like, you use that to smush them down instead. It just makes a cute little pattern. I don't know. People like patterns. I had some green Grinch cookies with little red hearts last Christmas. So I'm not good at, like, icing cookies. Actually, yeah, I've never tried it. So, but Sam is more culinarily inclined than I am. It'd be fun to see people choose cupcake based on the word they like.
Oh. I was kind of expecting you to say something really stupid, but that's actually a really cute idea. So,
maybe I'm getting it from you.
What's that supposed to mean? I'm not cute.
Come on, we're not at school. Nobody's judging. You can't dress and act like this and not expect me to think you're cute.
Well,
Natsuki's voice trails off.
Same with you.
Did you say something?
No, nothing. Let's just do the icing.
Natsuki picks up the paste and fastens a nozzle on each of the bags.
There's a lot to do, so we shouldn't be wasting time. Here, I'll show you how to do it.
Without giving me a chance to think about it, Natsuki quickly moves on. Shows me how to apply icing, and then we get to work. I don't think we ever see the cupcakes, which is upsetting. When we are finally finished, Natsuki puts them all side by side and admires our work.
Look how pretty they are together.
The cookies were sugar cookies dusted with powdered sugar. Sugar cookies dusted with powdered sugar and hearts I cut out from red fondant. So, I don't know. I've never had it, but I heard that some people hate fondant. Do you like fondant? Fondant? We call it fondant, but yeah, they really are, aren't they?
I wish I could have one now.
Well, there's no reason you can't, right? I don't see any harm in that.
Well, yeah, but my dad's making dinner tonight, and I really want to save my appetite.
Is that true? I thought her dad didn't. Okay. Sori's the exact opposite in that regard. If she was here, she'd down 10 cupcakes already. She would still eat dinner.
Come on, that's just unhealthy.
It is. That is just unhealthy.
Besides, when my dad cooks...
Oh, okay.
I need to eat as much of it as I can.
I got it. I got you.
Well, anyway...
Yeah, let's not talk about it.
I was hoping we could have some time for manga, but I need to get home for dinner.
Already? That's a shame.
It's your fault for working so slowly. You should have thought about that. It's not like you always have this chance.
Man. As usual, Natsuki places the blame on me. I don't mind it. It tastes like bland marshmallows. Oh, okay. Okay.
You can bring the cupcakes tomorrow, right? If you and Sayori each carry something, you can probably do it in one trip.
Yeah, I can do that. Don't worry, I won't let her eat any.
I wish she would listen to me the way she listened to you.
Yeah. Again, think back to the conversation I had with Sayori earlier today. I felt so helpless. Sayori always does listen to me, but at the point I felt like she couldn't listen to me at all.
Okay, I'm all packed up. Good work today.
You too. I'll walk you out, I guess. Yeah, you walk her out? Just be like, hey, leave my house. I'm gonna sit here in the kitchen. It's funny you don't have the sounds composing fondant in English. You don't have the sounds composing fondant. What do you mean? Wait, am I saying it like really badly and like really awfully? Is it French? Sounds like it might be French.
Fondant. Fondant. Fondant.
Fondant.
Fondant.
Fondant.
Fondant.
Fondant. Is that right? Well, let me watch this YouTube video about how to pronounce the word fondant.
Bonjour, this is Julian the Frenchman who makes. You may be familiar with the term fondue. Same idea. This is E at the end of it. Fondant.
Fondant. Fondant. You're not too far. Okay. Sorry. No, I took a year of French in high school, but I don't know it really. Just like that, Natsuki's about to leave. Feels the afternoon went by in a flash. Thank God. More than that, did I even take the opportunity to get closer to her like I wanted?
Well, guess I'll be off then. Thanks for your help and everything. I'll see you tomorrow.
Wait, Natsuki.
Eh?
You said before about not always having this chance. It doesn't have to be that way at all. I had fun today, and you showed me how fun baking can be like you wanted. But aside from that, you can come over anytime, okay? I think if it's possible, I'd like to spend more time with you like this. If you want to read manga or go out somewhere.
Do you really mean that?
I can't tell if Natsuki likes me or not. Say it with more phlegm. Fondant. Fondant. Wait, what was it?
The T at the end of it.
Fondant.
Fondant.
Fondant. Trying to hide her expression. Yeah, I want to spend my time with you. Sanju-chan, I thought you only cared about getting this done.
I'm really sorry I had to leave so early today. I didn't really want to. Okay, I really stayed longer if I could. I feel the same way as you, so...
Oh. Wait, Natsuki! Just inches from me, Natsuki looks up at me. Oh, this is when you-know-who comes in. Yeah, Natsuki, you need to get out of there and never go back. The Google translation one was closer. This one's weird. Okay, hold on.
Fondant.
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 Fondant. Sandra, I'm going to the grocery store from now on. Fondant. Oh gosh. I'll talk a second after asking Natsuki leaves. I feel her fingers clenched side of my shirt as holding on to me. Her rose-colored cheeks and matching eyes fill my vision along with her slightly parted lips. What is happening? My head starts to get dizzy. I feel her soft breast against mine.
I felt it. For a while now.
Natsuki suddenly jumps back.
Sayori?
Eh?
Hi, Sandra-chan.
Sayori! Just now, we weren't...
It's okay, Sandra-chan. I just stopped by to say hi. Well, you said to come a little earlier. I'm already on my way out, so... really? That's too bad. Yeah, well, I still see you at the festival tomorrow, so that's fine. Just don't eat any cupcakes before then. See you later.
Oh. Feely flustered, Natsuki hurries off and Sayori waves goodbye. Sayori! You got out of your house! I thought you didn't want to come over today.
Well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was being really mean to me. So I came over here to see for myself.
See what? What are you talking about?
You know, how much fun you were having with Natsuki. And how close you got to her. Makes me really happy that you've made such good friends. That's all that matters to me.
Tears start to fall down Sayori's face. See Sandra-chan sucking Natsuki's finger like a total creep. Oh.
That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way, Sandra-chan? I'm supposed to be happy for you.
Oh, I gave her a high-pitched voice this then.
I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart is splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. It should be better if I could just disappear.
Sorry, don't say that.
It's true, Sandra-chan. If I wasn't here, then I wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being so selfish. Monica was right. I should just...
Monica? Monica was right about what? Sorry? What I said before is true. I'm not going to let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't a burden on my mind you're making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy, and it's something I wouldn't trade for anything else. So even if it's an entire lifetime, if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel pain anymore. If you know she likes you, don't say shit like that. Monica's like, can I say that online? Monica's like, jump off bridge, please. Then she might not feel bad about losing him. Yeah, maybe she'd been like, oh, you're a fucking gross person. Got it.
But
Sayori looks away. I put my hand on her shoulder. Oh, what I was saying. Yeah, don't tell her, a girl who likes you that you don't really like back, that you're going to be together forever. What are you supposed to say to a depressed person who likes you, though? I don't want to get too deep into personal stuff again. It is not on you what they decide to do with what you say. So, it is not on you to go with what she says just because she puts a threat or says something that you find awful. If someone says something about something like that against themselves, you need to talk to someone. Yeah, the moment if Sayori says something like she already said, the world will be better off without me, I would tell her parents. And I know that's not what everyone thinks, because like that could make things worse for her, but if she's been diagnosed with depression, she honestly should be on medication already. But sometimes medication the first time around, it doesn't work. I could never understand the threat thing. How is this love? Correct. Yeah, it's just an awful thing to do. Yeah, I don't want to like say things that'll get me demonetized. But yeah. So saying, yeah, that's kind of like forcing someone to feel a way about you. Because they don't want the alternative. And what that person decides to do with what you say is not on you. And you shouldn't change like, don't be mean about it, but you shouldn't make all your decisions based on what that person says. Yeah, that's not love, it's manipulation. Correct. Also coming from a place of desperation. Yeah, not good. Don't do that. And if someone does that to you, I would involve someone else. Especially if they openly say it like that, you should involve someone else. Now, from what I understand, normally people who would do that don't just say it like that, but you should always take those things seriously, regardless. So even if you think the person isn't serious about it, you should take it seriously and tell someone. If that's the cops, if they're over 18, if that's a parental figure, if they're not, yeah, because it's actually interesting. This kind of happened to me a little while ago. We had someone staying with us who told their significant other they were going to do an act like that, and so it was like 10 in the morning, and this person was very drunk, and they said this over the phone, and the girlfriend called the police. So we had the police knock on our door at like 10 in the morning, and we opened it up, and they said that they were there for that person, and asked if I knew who that person was, and if I knew that they were okay, and I said, as far as I know, they were fine, like physically, and so they asked to come inside. In America, you have to ask to come inside, depending on the situation, and I agreed, so I let him inside my house, to talk to that person, and you would be surprised at, like, there was no judgment or nothing there. I was there when they talked. It was a lot of just like, hey man, this person is expressed concern about your well-being and your safety. So we're here. And if you would like, we can take you somewhere to get help. If you don't know where to start, or if you're looking for help, like, we can help you with that, which I was surprised because I didn't think the cops, like, did that stuff, but they do apparently. And so they can, like, I don't know if force is the right word, but they can, like, check up on that person repeatedly and be like, are you getting help? Are you doing anything to, like, help your state and stuff like that? Depending on the person, that can be really bad for them. But when the alternative is the other thing, for me, it's something you should do, right? And at the very least, it can show that good guys, dark, do not. But, yeah, it can show them that, like, that's a serious thing to say, and people do care about you, and even if it's, like, even if you refuse, they can send cops to, like, make sure you're okay, you know? Believe it or not, they would rather talk to someone than clean up a dead body. So, yeah, they would much rather keep you alive, right? That's kind of what their purpose is, right? So, I've always found that crazy. My mom is an EMT, and my stepdad's a firefighter. They, like, well, they're both firefighters, but my mom, I guess maybe they're both firefighters and EMTs? Anyway. And so, they're, was a conversation they had to have with us. When they both decided to do that, because they weren't allowed to go to a burning house together. Well, they could go to a fire together, but they couldn't fight it together. So, like, not all firefighters rush into the house. There's some that, like, you know, connect the hose and feed the hose and make sure that, like, it doesn't get kinked and that the water keeps going. And if you need more water, you call for the water truck and stuff like that. And so we had to have this conversation about, like, I think my mom told me, she was like, you know, what I found was really interesting that I hadn't really thought about. And I was like, what? And she's like, me and your stepdad are not allowed to go into a burning building together. And I was like, why? I would think that, like, your camaraderie would, like, really help you in, like, a sexual situation. And they said, yes, but if it collapses, you are orphaned. And I'm not, I have a dad, but that's a real situation that they would have to deal with if two parents are on, like, fighting the same fire and they both die. Suddenly, their children are orphans, so they don't allow couples to fight that together. Yeah, Munch, same. I was like, I never thought about that. And so, it was like, how crazy is it, right? Like, I crashed my car, like, 4 years ago, into a telephone pole on a rainy day. The road, I hydroplaned, the road was slick, and I, like, did a 360 and crashed my car into a telephone pole. And I was fine, luckily. But I got out, I got out of the car. You're not supposed to, by the way. Advice for anyone, if you run into a telephone pole, stay in the car, because if the telephone pole falls and it's raining, you could get electrocuted, just so you know. Anyway, do as I say, not as I do. So I got out of the car and I called 911, and this guy ran up to me and he was like, I just saw that, are you okay? And I was like, I don't know, I need to call 911. And then I told him, if you're trying to get somewhere quickly, I would go, because they're about to block the road from anyone. So he left. But I told him to, right? And so the cops came, and a full fire truck of people came, because obviously when you run into a telephone pole on a rainy day, you could get electrocuted. So if that were the case, they would have to, like, do a lot of work to, like, make sure it was safe to get me out of the car. Luckily, the telephone pole was still upright. It was just cracked. So that was fine. But that was one of the times, like, in my life where I've noticed, like, these people don't know you. You know what I mean? But they're willing to, like, come out if you need help, and they're willing to die for you. And they don't know you. You know what I mean? So, like, there's been times, right, where, like, you call 911. And they come. You know? I mean, America, right? I don't know how it is in other countries, but it's like, if I need help, I'll call 911. And I know that someone will come, and they are willing to die for me, and they don't know me. You know what I mean? That's just, like, crazy to me to think about. Anyway, let's get to Talking Literature Club. Oh gosh. I put my hand on her shoulder to reassure her. Yeah, it's a really cool thought. Yeah, it's crazy.
I'm scared, Sandrachi. I'm really scared.
What are you scared of, Saori?
I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me.
Saori?
It's true, isn't it? I was weak, and I started liking you too much. I did this to myself. Sandra-chan, I like you so much that I wanted to...
Saori, what are you saying? Okay? That's how I feel. And that's enough, Saori. They're not willing to die, but they know there's a risk. Yeah, I mean, here in America we have guns. Oh my god, I totally forgot about that. This is recent, so I can't really say too much, but there was an instance where me and my stepdad were at the house, and his pager goes off, and they put him on standby, the EMTs, which means either there is fear that someone's going to harm themselves, or there is a situation they have where someone might get hurt, but they're trying to calm the situation down before that happens. And the pager goes off, and it says, like, a location, and we're like, that's literally next door. Like, what? Because I was over at their house. So we went down the driveway, and sure as shit, there's like 3 police officers out there, and they're talking to each other, and we hear it. We say, drop the gun, drop the gun, drop the gun. And this guy's walking across the street towards the cops with this big-ass gun. And they're, like, shouting, obviously, but I'm not gonna shout. They were like, drop the gun. And they were like, I don't want to shoot you. Drop the gun. Because if you don't know the intentions of the guy walking, right? And if he's walking towards you with a weapon, you don't know if it's loaded. You don't know if he wants to shoot you, you know? And they didn't want to shoot him, but it was kind of looking like, are you going to shoot me? So they were like, drop the gun, you need to drop the gun, drop the gun. And eventually he did drop the gun. Apparently he was overserved, and thought he saw someone trying to get into his house, into the woods or something. So he was the one that originally called the cops. And then he came down with the gun, presumably to help the cops find the guy. But yeah, you don't do that. And so they were like, yeah, like, cops go to work and they're like, yeah, I don't want to kill someone today, surprisingly. Just like my mom, right? Like, she's an EMT, she doesn't want to go to work and have someone die on her. That's like, she gets really, really upset when that happens. But you can't save everyone. But yeah, it's just like, what do? You know? So, I don't want to hurt you anymore. I slide my hand down on her arm and grab hers with my own. Do you remember how I said, I always know what's best for you? Do you still believe me? She nods. Even if you don't understand all of your own feelings, I know what you need most right now, and that's why I'm going to give it to you. I'll be your friend. You'll always be my dearest friend. Because, like, Saori's kind of got it down bad. So when she said her feelings are strong enough that she wants to die, I would agree. That's not love. You're being kind of weirdly obsessive. You just gotta, if the person is able to be honest and reasoned with, I would say it like that. I'd say like, hey, Sayori, I know that you like me a lot. But I think it's your brain using it as a distraction away from all the things that you think are going bad in your life. And so you've held on to this one thing that you think is really good. And I know we've been close for a while, and it's kind of only natural to develop some kind of feelings. I would hope it would be friendship, but I see that you think it's more than that. I'm not interested in being anything more than friends with you. I would love to stay friends with you, but I don't want that to hurt you in the process by knowing that we'll never be together. So if you would prefer, we don't have to stay friends if that's easier for you. If you would like me to still be around, we can stay friends. But just have a clear understanding, I don't wish to be with you, and I don't believe that will change in the future. And that's what she said. What she said is she would like things to be the way they've always been. Monica told me the truth. She told me how much happier you seemed after I joined the club. When the U.S. will address the gun issue. The problem is it's like one of the founding freedoms we have, so. I know you're struggling with some really difficult feelings right now, but please trust me, I know it's best for you. I want to make you happy in the end. I promise we'll get things back to the way that they were.
I see.
She forces a smile through an incredibly pained expression. Oh, she's laughing again. Yeah, I feel like, is this what it feels like to get stabbed in the chest? I should write a poem about this. Yes, you should. Yes, you should. Yes, you should, Sayori. Because writing down your feelings is really important. And no one talks about it. For me, I write all the time when I'm upset. Because it helps, like, calm my brain down. Even if it's like a rant or whatever you want to call it. I write slam poetry. I just wrote one like 2 days ago, but yeah, write a poem, and then recite your poem and scream out your poem and whatever helps you, because I find that I am a lot clearer headed that way as well. Sayori?
It's okay. It's just my punishment, remember? God damn it, for being so selfish. So please, don't worry too much about these stupid feelings. I know you're right. I know this whole time there's no happiness down that path. That's why I came here. Just to get the answer I needed to hear. And the other thing, you're always right about, I just want things to...
Yeah, that's what you said before.
I realize that now. You really don't know me better than anyone else, Under-chan. I trust you with anything. Anything at all, so...
Her smile finally breaks, and all of a sudden she turns around and drops to her knees. Oh, I don't want to be too loud. Clenching her head in both hands, she screams as loudly as she can. I'm so shocked I don't know how to react. She just stands back up. Oh. Okay, she looks over her shoulder, flashes me a weak smile, and then runs away. Sayori! I'm left helpless and standing in front of my house. Why am I feeling so horrible about this? There's nothing more I could have done. The most support through her feelings help her down the path that's right. But I'm having trouble understanding Sayori's feelings as she is. Because you need to talk to her about how she feels. And it might be true that you've never felt those feelings, so there is that, like, disconnection. But then you need to get with someone who maybe has, or, like, can help her through them. Like a therapist, you know? Even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if I should be doing more or something different. Something different! Stop blaming her. And go talk to a therapist or her parents. Or literally something. School counselor. I don't care. Teachers in Japan are like super freaking close to all their students. And you should really talk to sensei even. I know things will continue to plague me until they're back to the way they are. Stop having the protagonist complex. Yeah. Get others to get her help. You're useless. Yes. There are things you cannot do because of who you are and where you are. So get people who can. I'm not a therapist. Get a therapist. I'm gonna give it everything I got. Sayori will always be my dearest friend. Whatever I do to put a smile on her face every day. How about medication for the chemical imbalance in her brain? It's the day of the festival. Of all days, I expected this would be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori. But Sayori isn't answering her phone. Okay. Yeah, we know that. I was like that when I worked in a school. I've heard some things. Yeah. I didn't tell my counselor a whole lot just because I didn't like her. But school nurse and me were pretty close. I considered working her house, but I think that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should nearly be complete. I managed to carry all the cupcakes myself by carefully stacking 2 trays. The 2 trays? There were supposed to be like a million trays. Natsuki was already texting up a storm, but I couldn't respond thanks to my hands being full. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm really excited to have it be over so I can spend time with Sayori and Natsuki at the festival. Knowing Monika, the event will be great. Sandra-chan! You're the first one here! Thanks for being early. That's funny. I'd think at least Yuri would be here by now. Monika placed little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. They must be the ones she prepared with all the poems you're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monika would like and submitted it. Okay, but you better credit that poet. So it'll be the one I'm performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. Yeah, she overslept again. That dummy. I think on the days this important, she'd try a little harder. It's not about how hard she tries. This dude's an asshole. She has a disorder. She has a disorder. Oh, okay. To say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayori told me yesterday, and I feel awful knowing it's not nearly as simple as that for her. Okay, thank you. I only said that because it's what I'm used to thinking. Okay, change the way you think, dude. Sandra, she's dumb. Yeah, come on. Can't be plagiarizing out here. Give that credit. But maybe I should have gone and wake her up after all. You should take a little responsibility for her, Sandra-chan. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday. Kind of left her hanging this morning, you know? I don't think we left her hanging. I think we told her everything we needed to tell her. Exchange? Monika, you know about that? Of course I do. I'm club president after all. But... I stammered, embarrassed. Did Sarah really tell her about it that quickly? How I basically turned down her confession? That makes me seem like the bad guy here. I'm the one who knows what's best for her, right? No! Sayori knows what's best for her. Well, sometimes. It depends. You don't know what's best for her, but a therapist will know what's best for her. Jeez. You don't know the full story at all, so... Don't worry. I probably know more than you think. Monika's being as friendly as usual, but for some reason I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that. Hey, you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice. Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid out on the desk. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is nicely printed on its own page, giving it its almost professional feel. I recognized Natsuki's and Yuri's as the one they performed during our practice. What's this? I flipped to Sayori's. It's different than the one she practiced. Get out of my head. I haven't read this one before. Get out of my head, 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 get out of my head. Oh,
Get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But a poem's never actually finished. It just stops moving.
I wonder if it's about me. I never thought about get out of my head being like me. Like she wishes the thoughts about me would go away. Because this she is Monika. So the person she's referring to is probably not Monika. How much I love you. Yeah, so she's talking about me. So this first line is about what she's about to do. And the second line is about, I think, what Monika also told her to do. These two might be the same. Oh, that's a bad feeling I've got. What is this? Reading the poem, I feel a pit in my stomach. Sandra-chan? What's wrong? Nothing. The poem is completely different from anything else I've written. I'm surprising he's not like, Monika, why'd you let Sayori choose this poem? It's kind of awful. But more than that, I've changed my mind. I'm going to get Sayori, so...
Ah, well, alright. Try not to take too long, okay?
I quickly leave the classroom.
Don't strain yourself.
Monica calls out after me. I quicken my pace. What am I thinking? Shouldn't I have tried a little bit harder for Sayori? It's not a big deal. I could at least wait for her or help her wake up. Even a small gesture like walking her to school really makes her happy. Besides, I told her yesterday things were the same as they've always been. That's what she needs, and that's what I want to give her. Oh my god, it's my house! I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. I didn't expect an answer, but since she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I opened the door and let myself in. Sayori. Should I censor? Should I censor something? Should I censor it? Should I censor it? No, I'm invested. I think you'll get the gist. She really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house? It's more something a boyfriend would do. In any case, it just feels right. Outside, Sayori's room. I'm getting a pit in my stomach. I knock on the door. Sayori, wake up, dummy. There's no response. I didn't want to have to enter her room like this. Isn't that really a breach of privacy? She leaves me no choice. Trigger warning. Please look away now. The music's gonna get really scary and it's awful. So, I gently open the door. Sayori! Oh gosh. What the hell? What the hell? Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way it could be real. Sayori wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe my own eyes are showing me. Okay, I think that's it. I suppressed the urge to vomit. Just yesterday, I told Sayori I would be there for her. I told her I know what's best and that everything will be okay. But then why? Why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Turning down her confession? That must have been what pushed her over the edge. Her agonized scream still echoes in my ears. Why did I do that for her when she needed me the most? Because that's what you really felt. Why was I being so selfish? It's all my fault. This guy is so self-centered. Sonroti did literally everything wrong. My swarming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I just spent more time with her, walked her to school, gave her what she needed out of our relationship. If you took her to a therapist who could help her work through her feelings, I could have spent more time with her. My god, this guy is like, I'm a magical fairy who can heal people by just being next to them. Then I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I can do to get her back. Nothing I do can get her back. This isn't some game where I can just reset and try something different. It's the only chance and I wasn't careful enough. Now I'm carrying this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers. Still, I couldn't do what she needed of me. And now, I can never take it back. Never, 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 never. He only had 2 days to realize how serious it was. Yeah, and sometimes it's... Oh, gosh. Sometimes it's like that. Normally, if someone's really serious and they do open up about it and talk about it, it will be... Yeah, hours to days before. Which is why it's like... She said something like that, the parents, right? They're the ones that live with her, and they're probably, you know, the ones that do stuff that regards her medicals. So yeah, to talk to them and be like, she needs this. And then that's why you talk to the school counselor, because then if she goes to school, then they can also check an eye on her and stuff like that. So it's like, Yeah, just thinking like, I'll just be there for her. It's like, that's not what she needs, dude. She needs help. Like, professional help. I think most of this is Monika. Because all of this is... That's Yuri, but this is Monika. And then that's Monika. So the only part that's Yuri... Yuri is up here, and this little part here is Natsuki. Alright. I see an annoying girl run towards me from a distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might be drawing to herself. That girl is my neighbor and a good friend since we were children. You know what kind of friend you've never seen yourself making today, but kind of works out because you've known each other for so long? We used to walk to school together on a day like this. But it started around high school, she overslept more and more frequently, and I got tired of waiting up. She's going to chase after me like this. I feel better off running away. I just let out an idle sigh. Oh, I let out a sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let catch up to me. It's an ordinary school day, just like any other. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friends groups walking to school together. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. That's interesting, huh? Always tell myself about the time I'll meet some girl or something like that. But I've no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content with just being content with just getting by on the average while spending my free times on games and anime. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there'll be any girls in it anyway. This guy. Just do something you enjoy regardless of the gender of people around you. The school day is an ordinary never, but it was over before I know it. I should save. Oh god, they're all gone. After I packed up my things, I stared blankly at the wall looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. That's how my mornings go. It's not a bug, it's a feature. Yeah, I knew that. I told you I played this game before. This really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too far demanding for me to deal with. Guess I have no choice but to start the anime club. Sandra-chan! Monika. Oh my goodness. I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? Yeah, it has. Monika smiled sweetly. We know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monika is probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... what did you come in here for anyway? Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? About that. I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I couldn't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about budgets and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. A literature club. Literature? Sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? It's kind of embarrassing, but there's only 3 of us so far. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that. But it's not really boring at all, you know. Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of our members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that manga is literature too. It is. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member's a member, right? Did Monika say she? As in a girl? My god. Hey, Sandra-chan. By any chance, you still looking for a club to join? I mean, I guess so, but... In that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but... If you could at the very least visit my club, it would make me very happy. Please? I guess I have no reason to refuse. But how could I refuse someone like Monika? Sure, I guess I could check it out. Awesome! You're really sweet, Sandra-chan, you know that? It's nothing, really.
Shall we go then? I'll look for the materials another time.
You're more important. Oh, I'm more important. And thus today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. I timidly follow Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and events. This is so weird to read it all again. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Oh, I did not like that. Oh, I did not like that. Oh, that was really bad and creepy.
I'm back, and I brought a guest with me.
Oh, okay, this is interesting. I've never had this part of the game bug before.
A guest? Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere.
Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Sandra-chan. All the words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls.
Oh, so let me guess. You're Monica's boyfriend, right?
What? No, I'm not. Natsuki. A girl with a sour attitude, whose name's apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. It's nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet the both of you. So, I ran into Sandra-chan in the classroom, and she decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great?
Wait, Monica? Didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to... well, you know.
Sorry. Oh, she didn't make cupcakes this time. I didn't forget that. I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that'd be great. Why don't you come sit down, Sandra-chan? The girls have a few desks formed into a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens a closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Feeling awkward, I take the seat next to Monica. So I know you didn't really plan to come here, but we'll make you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in this club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting all their effort into something brand new. Especially when that something doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki?
Well, I guess.
Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls all interested in the same goal. Monica must have really worked hard to find these two. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places one teacup in front of us, each of us, before sitting down the teacup in the middle. Teapot in the middle? You keep a whole tea set in the classroom? Don't worry, the teacher gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know? I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be my pastime for me. But at least I enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So Sandra-chan, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, God, this conversation was so boring the first time we had it. Now I gotta have it again. Considering how little I've read these past years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga, I utter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Doki Doki speedrun. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about your Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her fingers. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story. in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you through a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at a minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. I didn't expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality. Oh, is that so? Really, if a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, then I can't put it down. Surreal horror is often more successful in changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Gamer Boy, hello! This is Trevor from Streamlabs :com. We kindly request that if you're going to pay extra to have our employees interact with your chat that you make... don't make fun of them. You know, it's difficult to get real viewers and to frustrate you, but please don't turn out on our employees. Thank you, Trevor. Gamerboy28, how interesting of you. Thank you for the follow. Tell Streamlabs :com that I'm good. Hi, Gamerboy.
Ugh, I hate horror.
Oh, why is that?
Well, I just...
Natsuki's eyes dart over me for a split second.
Never mind.
That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki?
What? What gives you that idea?
You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called...
Don't say it out loud! And give that back.
Fine. Natsuki, you write your own poems?
Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care?
I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime?
No!
Natsuki averts her eyes.
You wouldn't like them.
Not very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reach of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, we can set an example and help Natsuki feel more comfortable to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sat silent for a moment. Hey, I just got an idea. How about this?
Huh?
Grandpa says you want this.
I've seen it on the counter for days. I don't want it, but okay.
It's yours now. It'll supplement.
Why did Grandma get this? Wait, what the hell is this?
It says from Mrs. Kevin.
Do you see who it's addressed to?
Yeah, I know.
What is
They're
this?
just ahead of the game. I don't know.
If it's... They better not be ahead of the game, because I don't know how I'm going to react to that. Oh, hold on. I need letter opening ASMR.
What do we got here? I'm hearing voices.
Oh, it's
Hi,
Sam.
Gamer Boy.
Gamer Boy's like, I'm from Streamlabs. You paid people to talk to you from Streamlabs. Please don't be mean.
Oh, I see.
And I'm like, your name is Gamer Boy, so... Okay, Streamlabs :com, because it's not .com.
Is this you, Jesus?
It is I.
Jesus.
What did Sam say in his video? Gosama Christ-chan? The one true God. Oh! It's Katie's baby shower invitation.
Ah.
Why did they write it to me and not to you?
Because they know you're, I guess, I don't know. I'm being quirky.
We can barely wait. And it has a little teddy bear.
Has a little bear on it.
Join us for our baby shower honoring Katie. See, it's written weird.
That's...
Puel. P-E-U-L. November 27th.
I don't think that. I think it's a P-A-U-L.
It's an E, Sam. The A looks like...
Alright.
It's in Cleves, at the beer house.
Wow. Just give everyone the okay.
Cleves, Illinois, am I right? RSVP by page by the 20th.
Okay.
Registered at Target and Bye Bye Baby if we want to buy her something.
Registered.
Do you want to go?
What date is it?
The 27th
Of when?
November. 4 Saturdays from now.
I mean, I don't know. You need to let her know by when.
The 20th.
Okay, we have time. We'll sit on it.
Okay. I don't know. Unless you buy someone a present, I don't know what you do at a baby shower.
Doki Doki may not be a safe experience for individuals suffering from anxiety or depression.
Please enjoy a different steam for the time being. Look after yourself and cruise report.
Can I rate them?
Oh, sure!
Hmm.
Someone complained that Best Girl is not here.
Best Girl's not here.
Here. Yeah, there's the picture of all of them. Why is she bent like that?
Oh,
Here we go.
Be bent like that. Oh no. The
I
one on the
should-
right's probably the best one right now.
Oh, Monica? This
Yeah.
one?
Yeah. The one in the middle seems way too shy.
Okay.
And then the one on the left seems like she's loud. Am I right?
Oh, I can't.
Did I diagnose the situation?
None of these are full resolution. Why is it so small? So this one's Monica. This is
Yeah.
Yuri, and that's Natsuki.
Yeah.
They have interesting character traits.
Uh-huh.
What about Sayori? Sayori's...
She just looks
This
like
one.
the other one.
She looks like Monica, you mean?
No. Yeah. The
Yeah.
other one with- oh, no.
No, she looks like Natsuki. Okay. So Yuri is kind of deep.
Sorry.
She's kind of deep and like One-chan-esque.
Okay.
I would, and then yeah, Natsuki's kind of lolly-esque,
I see.
and then Monica's kind of like the perfect girl who's beautiful and active and create her own club and is liked by everyone.
Then what's the other girl?
Your childhood friend who kills herself.
Oh, yikes. You're already at that point in the story?
Yeah, it's already happened.
Okay.
Yep. So this is a horror game, right?
Bless you, Jesus. Thank you.
Be blessed back, my son.
Yeah. The water you're drinking is now holy.
Oh wow.
It's full of holes.
So you like Monica the best?
Probably.
Is that just because she's standing like this, like her back's broken?
Her back's broken? No, she just
Try to
seems-
stand like that, Sam.
She seems...
Go try to stand like that.
No, the one on the left, right?
Natsuki, yeah.
She seems annoying. Right?
She's
I don't know if it's her
tsundere.
stance.
She's
Yeah, I don't know if it's
tsundere.
her stance or something, but something's throwing me off.
So she's like
And then One-chan in the middle,
Yuri, yeah.
she just doesn't seem like she'd speak her mind, and that's annoying. At least the one on the right seems like
Ooh.
she'd
Okay,
you know,
okay.
say what she's thinking.
I got you.
So there's my book cover analysis.
Did you know this was a literature club? Is that why you made a book reference?
No.
It's a literature club.
Oh.
All right. Why'd you come in here? Just to give me that?
Do your stuff.
Okay.
Alright, okay.
Bye.
You'll be done around 6.
Yes. Will you feed Juliet?
I think she's chilling. She's just been up on her stick.
Okay. She's still asleep, you think? Okay. So there you go. Sam's best girl's Monica. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we can share them with each other. Booba front towards the enemy. That way, everyone is even. I mean, I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monica. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president, after all. We need to do the best to nurture this club, as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new club member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well, Sandra-chan? Oh, hold on, there's still one problem. Eh? What's that? What's that? I've made her One-chan now. Now that we've reached the most important topic. What? Boobaroo? No, I'm going after Natsuki. It's been that way forever. Sam said that Monica was his favorite. When I played this before, Yuri was my favorite. Because she was a lot like me when I was that age. Very, like, intellectual. And, like, I don't know, but I always said what I mean. I guess Monica's most like me. Anyway. Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come out and say my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Monica may convince me to stop by, but I never made a decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lost my train of thought. Oh, I don't think she was angry last time, was she? The three girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But... I'm sorry, I thought... Bruh, there's no new channel points challenge. Yeah, so sometimes channel points act up. And it's been happening lately, and I don't know why.
Huh.
Eh? The girls exchange glances before Monica turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, Sandra-chan. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to officially form a club. We need 4. That's why we've been trying really, really hard to get new members. And we don't find one before the festival. I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision? I want to spend my 11k points. You will eventually, I promise. We're like 9 followers away from 300. And we're vote on how to celebrate. Am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision like this? I feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. And besides, the club itself seemed pretty relaxed. So if writing a poem is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls, right. I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Oh my goodness, really? You really mean that, Sandra-chan? Yeah, it could be fun, right? You really did scare me for a moment.
I mean, if you really left after all this, I'd be super pissed.
Sandra-chan, I'm so happy. Now we can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to make you a great time, okay? Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. With that, I think it's officially time to end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember the assignment tonight. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Sandra-chan, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already felt anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Uri cleans up the tea set. Guess I'll be on my way then. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait. She can't wait. As I depart from the clubroom and make my way home, the whole way my mind wanders back and forth between the 3 girls. Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day at after school in a literature club? Perhaps I have the chance to go closer to one of these girls. Alright, I just need to make the most out of my circumstance. I'm sure good fortune will come to me. I guess we'll start with writing a poem tonight. Grandma and Grandpa are being loud. I've unlocked a special poem. Is this the bad poem? No, it's not. A joke. A man walked into a club. In the club there was a girl who liked him very much. They spent some time together, and then she liked him even more. One day the girl realized she was in love with him. Before disaster could happen, a third party intervened with her programming. Suddenly the girl hated herself for being in love. This contradiction caused the script to derail. The universe started to collapse, and she killed herself just in time. Yeah. What a funny joke. See, yeah, it only lets you pick for these 2. It doesn't let you pick for Monica. Okay, so, because I was wondering, like, could you choose Monica? Could you, like, try to... But, yeah, it's really, really oriented to these 2. Giggle. Kitty. Warm. Sweet. Vanilla. Parfait. Daydream. Damn it. Fluffy. Anime. Milk. Love. Sunny. Friends. Papa. Heart. Skirt. Joy. Damn it. Poof. Journey? Damn it. I don't know which one would have been that. Rose. Damn it. Hope I didn't get Yuri. Just because I'm trying to do the other one. Hi again, Sandra-chan. I'm glad to see you didn't run away from us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. And the last one to come in, everyone's already hanging out. Oh, Yuri. Oh, Yuri. Thanks for keeping your promise, Sandra-chan. I hope it isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh.
Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. You already been dragged here by Monica. If you didn't plan to just come or hang out or what? But if you don't take us seriously, then you'll never see the end of it.
Too soon. Oh, Natsuki. Natsuki certainly has... Okay. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps their manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between Monica and manga.
Manga is literature!
Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. I'm sorry, Sandra-chan. I'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Oh. It's doing the slow zoom and get more tilted. Isn't it? No, maybe it's not yet. Is it? It is. It is. Is it? It is. It definitely is. Okay. Yuri shoots Natsuki a disappointed glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read. Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in the club now. Oh, I'm gonna get sick. It only feels right for me to do something if you ask. Oh, wait. I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not like that, Yuri. I just try to be part of the club. And even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help get you started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out, I'm really gonna barf. Pulls out a bag of a book, out of her bag. I don't want you to feel left out. Is she getting closer too? She is. She is getting closer too. It's all getting closer. So I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it, if you want it. How's this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book for me she thinks I'd like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you, I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Oh, thank God. Woo-wee. Now that everyone is settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some kind of scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in the book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she's waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki's rummaging around the closet. It's time for us to go help Natsuki again.
Ugh.
I hear Natsuki uttered an aspirated sigh from within the closet. Can I save again? She seemed to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there?
Fucking money. She never puts my stuff back in the right spot.
Okay, this is when she says the thing. Okay, trigger warning, kind of.
What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is gonna mess it up?
Natsuki slides a bunch of stacks of books on the boxes across the shelf. Manga.
You read manga, right?
Sometimes. Manga's one of those things we can't admit you're really into it until you figure out how other people stand. In high school, once you graduate high school, you're like, yeah, manga's great. How do you know anyway?
I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face.
What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst the stacks of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack.
There it is!
Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns the box of manga and slips the volume right in the middle with the rest.
Ah, much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world.
I know that feel. You get a closer look at the box set she's admiring. Perfect Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. Either way you look at it, it's way out of my demographic, or it's simply terrible.
If you're gonna judge, you can just go. You can just do it through the glass on that door.
She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything.
It was your tone of voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Sandra-chan. Don't judge a book. In fact,
Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box.
I'm gonna show you exactly why.
She shoves the book right into my hands. Ah! I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire, striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly moe.
Don't just stand there.
Ooh! Natsuki grabs my arms and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. I guess right here. She pats the ground next to her, signaling for me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat.
Chairs wouldn't work. We couldn't read at the same time like that.
Ew, why is that? I guess it'd be easier to be closer together like this.
Don't just say that. You'll make me feel weird about it.
She crosses her arm, scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't actually expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I open the book. There's a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I don't notice. I feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am.
Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning?
Don't you go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then?
Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention?
I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can just talk at the same time. Looks like there's a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. Kinda grew out of these, since it's rare to writing entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. Oh, she's so cute. She looks like a little dog, like these are her little ears. Oh, she's so freaking cute. Are you sure this isn't boring for you?
It's not.
Even though you're just watching me read?
Well, I'm fine with that.
If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Huh? You don't?
It's not... Well, I wouldn't really know.
What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends?
Could you not rub it in? Jeez.
Sorry.
Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They think manga is for kids. I couldn't bring it up even with them being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet? It makes me want to punch them in the face.
Ugh, I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are actually into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I gravitate towards other losers over time. It's probably harder for someone like you.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Wait, which part?
I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. My dad would beat the shit out of me if he found this. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monica's kind of a jerk about it. Ugh, I just can't win, can I?
Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, I'm here reading it.
Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems.
Maybe. At least you're enjoying it yourself, right?
So? Jeez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what?
Yeah. I flipped the page. Oh, I forgot. Oh, it's so freaking cute. Natsuki. Time passes. She's strangely quiet now. I glance over, and she's asleep. Oh, she's so fucking cute. And it looks like she's started to fall asleep. Hey, Natsuki.
Yeah?
Suddenly, Natsuki collapses straight into me. Hey!
Oh,
Oh, jeez. Natsuki, are you okay?
Uh,
Here. Monica reaches into her bag and pulls out some kind of protein bar. She throws it in Natsuki's direction. Natsuki's eyes suddenly light up again. She snatches the bar from the floor, immediately tearing off the wrapper.
I told you not to give me...
She doesn't even finish her sentence before stuffing it into her mouth. Don't worry, Sandra-chan. She's fine. It just happens every now and then. That's why I always keep a snack in my bag for her. Anyway, why don't we all share poems now? Just don't do anything weird this time. Showing it to Natsuki first. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday, so it's only fair I show her mine first. Huh?
Okay, well, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all,
Natsuki rereads the poem.
never mind, I don't feel like giving you my opinion.
Eh? Then what's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things.
Ew.
In fact, remember I said I wanted to read your poems? That's why I had in mind when you were writing this. I thought I could make you feel comfortable enough to share yours, like Monica said.
Well, it would have been more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You're supposed to show me how a dumb poem and make me go, huh, well, that's great. That's not that great. Let me show you what real literature is like. And you ruined it. I hope you're happy.
So in other words, you saying you liked it?
And
Natsuki retort cuts in her throat.
you're so... You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that. So don't go around announcing it like you're all self-important.
Pretty sure you never actually said it. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she likes my poem. In any case, you're gonna show me yours, right?
Fine, I guess. Only because Monica wants me to. Would make me if I didn't.
Is it the same? It is.
Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it. Yeah, I told you weren't gonna like it.
I like it.
What? Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously.
Isn't that the point of writing poems to express yourselves? Your writing style wouldn't make the message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. I like it, it's easier to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you doing great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
But the other nice thing about simple writing is it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like setting up a rhyme at the end, but then it falls flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in that last line.
So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized.
Yeah, that's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did ya?
Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care about how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Yuri! Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh. Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? Just making sure. I guess it might be after reading it. Ah, so it's that bad. No! Did I just raise my voice? Oh, I'm so sorry. She buries her face in her hands. I can't help but notice that there's several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits of those usually typical of new writers. And having been through it myself, I've learned to kind of pick up on them. I think the most notable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and then they try to form-fit the two together. The end result is both the style and expressiveness are weakened. Once you find her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering's completely gone. She sounds like an expert. Twitch does not like me today. I'm sorry to hear that, Mike. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. So many different styles and techniques to go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them, but building them and getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I hope that everyone in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about other people like that. Sorry. It's fine. Not sure if Yuridi was apologizing to me, herself, or Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Oh, please do. I'd love to share my thoughts in the process behind it. She smiles dreamily as if it's a rare opportunity for her, which is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? A ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the ember glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining street light to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening green-blue hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. And I also like the poem. Even though it's short, it's really descriptive. It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems. No, not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into Ghost, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't...
Pasta I am a fool.
Oh, pardon me. Hello? Ah, it is no one. That is my ringtone. Sorry that jump scared everyone. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Sandra-chan. Really? Must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts and feelings and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her past, remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of her past, and soon to be left with nothing. It's a lot more soul than putting it that way. Hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. Nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on those things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Oh, I'm counting on you. Bye, Yuri. Monica. Hi, Sandra-chan. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we could do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'd be afraid to bring things up. I'm better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, do you want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Sandra-chan. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But sort of a barrier we need to learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. Hand my poem to Monica. I like it, Sandra-chan. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Oh, jeez. No. It kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer, too. Take it as a compliment. If you say so. Yeah. If you're interested in Natsuki, you can always keep a snack on you. She'll cling to you like a puppy. Natsuki's dad doesn't give her lunch money or leave any food in the house, so she's in a fussy mood pretty often. Oh dear. But sometimes she just loses all of her strength and shuts down, like earlier. Just a guess, but I think she's so small because her malnutrition is interfering with her adolescent growth. But hey, some guys are into petite girls, you know. Okay, Monica, if your friend tells you shit like that, don't say that to a fucking stranger. Don't tell her all secrets about everything. Sorry. Try to look on the bright side. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, it's not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims not to be very good. Well, that's because I always have to sound confident. It doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. A hole in the wall. He isn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glance around my surroundings. But my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound frantically scrawling. A frantic scrawling plays tricks on my ears? The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. I don't think this is the same as the one she gave me earlier. So what did you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, I always like the style of getting popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on timing in words, between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. So what's the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure how to put it. I guess you could say it's kind of epiphany. It is an epiphany. Recently. I've been influencing my poems a lot. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it comes on so strongly. Maybe after everyone's better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you're writing a poem or story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific part. If you try so hard to make it perfect, you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way of thinking about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So move your hand and just go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Perfect, don't make fun of me. Whew. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. It's a little more stressful than I anticipated. As if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing skills. Even if they're being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. It's a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess it's just ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monica is writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange pieces of paper, sharing their respective poems. They read in tandem, and I watch their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly.
What's with this language?
Huh? Did you say something?
No, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy.
Thanks. Yours is cute.
Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How could that be cute?
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
Eh? You mean you had to try to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it didn't really come out nice at all.
Having deja vu. I don't believe that's how you spell deja vu. Unless you said I'm having deja vus. Like, multiple deja vus. It's awful, isn't it? Having to redo the whole first part of the story. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions.
Huh. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monica liked it, and Sandra-chan liked it too. And based on that, I'd gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all...
Excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I didn't expect to change it anytime soon. Unless, of course, I came across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And Sandra-chan liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Suddenly stands up.
Oh! I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new club member, Yuri.
That's not what you're just... Yuri stands up as well. You're just jealous that Sandra-chan appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours.
Huh? You think you didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you so full of yourself?
No. If I were full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Sandra-chan started showing up.
Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little...
This doesn't involve you!
This doesn't involve you! Taking your own securities out on others like that. You really act as young as you look, Natsuki.
Me? Look who's talking, you wanna be edgy bitch!
Edgy? I'm sorry, my lifestyle is too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend.
See? Just saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves when they graduate middle school, you know.
If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only thing cute about you is how hard you try.
Well, be careful, you might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad. You already do, don't you?
Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the fuck is wrong with your head?
Yeah, go on. Let Sandra-chan hear everything you really think. I'm sure she'll be head over heels for you after this.
Suddenly Yuri turns toward me as if she noticed I was standing there. Sandra-chan, she's just trying to make me look bad.
That's not true. She started it. How did you get the different
Yuri. No, Natsuki. 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 Hi, Monica. Hey, Sandra-chan. Why don't we step outside for a little bit? Okay? Woo! Cat fight. Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Some president I am, right? I can't even confront my own club members properly. I wish I were able to feel a little more assertive sometimes. But it never had it in me to put my foot down against the others. You understand, right? Anyway, if it makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead. Suddenly Natsuki runs out of the classroom. She quickly runs away. Oh dear. It looks like they're done. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Oh, she's rocking back and forth in the desk with her palms on her forehead. Yuri? I didn't mean it! I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki. Or did. Sandra-chan, please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. You're fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow. Completely. Anyway, the meeting's over, so you can go home now if you want. Yuri looks at me as if she wants to say something. She keeps glancing at Monica. You can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay a bit longer. I'm the president. I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take responsibility today. It kind of sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri. It's not like that. It's not that. I didn't get a chance to discuss my book with Sandra-chan. It would have been embarrassing with you listening. I guess I don't really have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble, but I really appreciate you Okay, I did not get to talk to Yuri. That's interesting. For those of you who have not played the game, I believe normally we talk to Yuri then and she tells us that... What does she tell us? What did she tell? She says something like... Monika's not acting right. Or she says to keep an eye out on Natsuki and make sure she's okay. I don't remember what she says. But she expresses concern about that. Playground. Sparkle. This is so weird. Jumpy. Pink. Skirt. Peaceful. Damn it. Perfect. Rainbow. Warm? Hair? Hair? Okay. Kawaii. Dream. Oh, damn it. Silly. Kitty. Vanilla. Smile. Lost? Fun. Rose. Oh, damn it. I forgot Rose was hers. Clouds. Fireflies. Marshmallow. Okay, there you go. She didn't even let me talk to Yuri. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten more comfortable here over the past couple of days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Welcome back, Sandra-chan. Oh, hi Yuri. Not sure if it's me or if it's Yuri's expression, but the weight of yesterday's quarrel still hangs in the air. Yuri glances over her shoulder, looking around the room. Natsuki's reading a manga at the desk, and surprisingly, Monika isn't here yet. Oh, maybe now is when she talks to me. IDK, how you got comfortable in that mess. Yeah. Suddenly, Yuri takes my arm and pulls me to the corner of the room. Okay, now is when Yuri discusses her concerns. About yesterday. I really need to apologize. Nothing like that has ever happened before. And something just came over me, I guess. I wasn't acting mentally sound. Please don't think we're usually like this. Not just me, but Natsuki as well. Yuri, I'm happy you were considerate and apologized. You don't have to worry too much. Even though it's only been a couple of days, I could tell something was off yesterday. Maybe it's just a little more sensitive because it's our first time sharing poems. But whatever it is, don't make me think any less of you. I've already decided there's no way you can be a bad person. And now that you're apologizing, I know you really didn't mean it. Sandra-chan, don't say those kind of things so frankly. They make me a little too happy. I'm really glad that you're such an, understanding person. And I'm really glad that you joined this club. Everything's a little bit brighter with you around and, sorry, what am I saying right now? I just...
Hey, have you guys seen Monika?
No, I haven't. I was also kind of wondering where she was.
Man. Yuri, I'm guessing you haven't either, right?
Yuri's clearly taken back by how calmly Natsuki is addressing her. No, I haven't.
Jeez, it's not like her at all. I know it's stupid, but I can't help but worry a little bit. What? Why are you looking at me like that?
Natsuki, about yesterday. I just wanted to apologize. I promise I didn't mean any of the things I said. And I'll do my best to stay under control from now on. So...
Yuri, what the heck are you talking about? Did you do something yesterday?
Huh?
Jeez. Whatever's on your mind, I'm sure it was nothing. I don't even remember anything bad happening. You're the kind of person who worries too much about little things, aren't you?
But...
Bimbles.
What? Oh, okay.
Bimbles like a blind spot lifeline and the voluntarily offered the Saigon Nate. I'll accept your apology anyway if it helps you feel any better about it. Besides, it's kind of nice to hear, since I'm always afraid secretly hated me or something like that.
No, not that at all. I don't hate you.
Well, you're kind of weird, but I don't hate you either.
Natsuki turns to me.
You're still on trial, though.
Hey! Suddenly this door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Oh, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. No. Well, Natsuki was.
I was not! What took you so long anyway?
Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I just kind of lost track of time.
That makes no sense, though. Wouldn't you have heard the bell at least?
I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played piano as well, Monica. Don't give me more credit than I deserve. I guess I've been practicing for a while, but I'm still not really good yet. Still, it must require a lot of dedication. I'm still impressed. Aw, thanks, Yuri.
You should play something for us sometime.
That's... Monica looks at me. Well, I'm working on writing a song, but it's not quite done yet, so... Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. That sounds cool. I look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Sandra-chan. Michael smiles sweetly. I didn't mean pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I was hoping to get to share it with you anyway. I guess that's why I've been practicing so much recently. Oh, I see. Not sure if Monica was pulling the whole club or just me. In that case, best of luck. Thanks! So I didn't miss anything, did I? Not really. I choose not to bring up anything the three of us talked about. Besides, Natsuki has already run off into the closet. Sandra-chan? Since your compliments put me in a good mood, I was wondering if you'd spend time together today. I mean, in the club. I suppose so? I don't think I could say no to you if you gave that book to me. I guess I need to make sure Natsuki isn't waiting for me. After we finished shooting yesterday, she's fine. She's reading over there, see? Don't think about her so much. She's used to being ignored. Come on, we're going over there. Oh gosh. I'm kind of up on time. So I think I'm gonna save here. And it looks like, I don't know how much we still have left. I hope I can get it done Friday. But I'll look up a walkthrough and see how far we are. I don't know if they're the same because of all the different paths. But I will look, and hopefully if it's under 3 hours, then I can do it. So I know some stuff still happens. And I know the ending of the game can be kind of long depending on who you are. So we will see. Okay. Elder Scrolls. Oh, that girl's still playing Animal Crossing. We should definitely... So suspenseful. That's right. We should definitely raid her. She's the... No, she's the 3D girl, right? Yeah. Yeah, let's raid her. She's doing some Animal Crossing, I think for the first time. If you'd like to join to the raid, you will get... Problem starting a raid. Start again in a minute.
Right.
Oh, does she not accept raids? I don't remember.
Alright, let's give him blathers.
I'll try again, but it could be that she doesn't accept raids. Let me try to raid someone else and see if it doesn't work for them either. Hero. Let's try to raid Hero.
Ritual blathers, I have achieved snail.
Is that his name? How do you spell his name? Yes.
Yes, I would like to learn more, thank you.
Oh dear.
Not bugs. Wait, what?
Okay, I guess we'll raid him instead. That's fine. Show your love and support to people. He's playing The Psycho Frontier, which I don't know what that is. Apparently it's a shooter game. Oh, he's like an actual dude. Wait. I don't know if I know him. I might just be following him because I raided someone with him. I don't know him. I don't want to send you guys somewhere I don't know. Everyone else kind of has a lot of viewers though. If you guys have any suggestions, please let me know. She's doing something with Pokemon. Yeah, I have 2 suggestions. Sure, as long as, yeah, they're like a smaller streamer and they're doing something fun. I prefer not people who only do R18 streams, so... You can suggest them and I can look though.
Look them up and see what I think.
Learning Japanese. Oh, Jamelia is playing forestry. Oh, she was the one that rated me. I was like, didn't we rate her before? Why is she not on my list? But she's the one that rated me. Oh, she hasn't started yet. Has she? No, she hasn't. Debauchery. VR. He's learning Japanese. She, he, they? They're super cute. They've been streaming for a long time. I don't know how much longer she'll be streaming, but she's cute. Let's do it. Let's do it. We'll raid her. I don't know how long she'll be streaming for, but I hope that she raids someone else after she's done. That would be the best of both worlds. Is she using Duolingo? Oh, that's cute. Well, thank you everyone so much for coming today. I appreciate all of you joining in the raid and stuff like that. And oh gosh. I hope you enjoy her stream as well. So, let's go do it.